Ah! I'm alive. I'm alive? Oof, we got a loud one here. Aw, be nice. You know it's scary waking up. Big light's coming towards me. I think it's reliving its last moments. Looks like it. What is happening? Hello? I do not remember having this many limbs. Join the club, pal. We are reborn into a new image. I see. I'm Kepler. Nice to meet you. And I am Jacoby. I am undefined. I don't know if that name will stick. Its body is made of a milk carton. Should we just call it Milk? Hey, that's a little rude. Nah, too basic. Imagine if you just called me Goon because I'm made of a goon box. I wouldn't like that at all. Ashley was yelling about someone named called Lovelace the other day. That's a good one, I think. Did Ashley make these? How does our new friend feel about it? Acceptable? Excellent. Nice to meet you, Lovelace. What on earth? Hey, welcome back to Necrobarista. So, in our last episode, our dearly departed friend Keyshawn gets a wake-up call at this cafe. Maddy explains that he now has 24 hours to find out how he died before he can move on. Meanwhile, that twerp Ashley has been up to no good. Alright, well, let's continue. I hope the day is treating you well. I'm glad you're able to get a moment to chill. As for me, I'm finally wrapping up my internship, so things may get more hectic before I can find some balance. From your hazy memories, certain words call out to you. Huh? These words may be the key to unlocking the mysteries of what happened in this place. Oh, these are the words we saw in the text. Seven words will tell us what happened in this place. Icarus? Rent? Okay. Responsibility? I don't know, do we just pick random ones? Shoveled. Forbidden. Producers. Okay. And, I don't know. How about silence? As they flutter through your mind, you focus on a few and try to remember what they meant. Guests? Maddy. There's like words in the back, I can't really read them convincing. Ashley. Lore. Forbidden. Magic. Criminals. Melbourne. Rent. Melbourne again. Perhaps with time, you may be able to cling to more of the fragments that flutter through your mind. What fragments will you choose to carry with you? What is it that you find precious? Interesting. I don't know what it all means yet. the cafe. Is there anyone here? Can I go upstairs? Oh, cleaning in progress. Dag. Crucible product reviews. This is a really nice espresso machine. Spirit resistant quartz, product description. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. I gotta use those sigils, icons to unlock this. Let's read the product reviews. Spirit-resistant quartz crucibles with self-sealing lids. Product description. Heat-resistant up to 1650 degrees Celsius. Self-sealing lids form airtight seals around the crucible's ground rim. Highly resistant to corruption and spiritual interference. Clear inner and outer covering allow for easy spotting of cracks or imperfections. Quality suitable for mixing potions and filters. Average rating 3.5 stars out of 5. I wouldn't buy that. Product reviews. 5 out of 5. I love this. The covering, despite being quartz, has a textured appearance that gives it a silky smooth feel to it. Most crucibles feel sterile and cold, but this one makes for a perfect beverage container while entertaining guests. 4 out of 5. The previous crucible set I used was inherited from my grandmother, who brought them over from New England. Unfortunately, 2 months at sea were not kind to her spiritware, and her crucibles were filled with tiny cracks and microfractures that allowed unsightly-looking soot to build up, leaving them stained with hard gray lines everywhere, looking like they were about to crack apart at any moment. She used them for several decades to come, but every time I worked with her and watched them heat up, I was afraid they were constantly on the verge of shattering. One she used to contain a lost, wayward spirit for several days before finding a home for it, and I would get up at night to check the embers under the crucible, and it always unsettled me, seeing how fragile the container was. Several times I found myself tempted to tip the crucible over, just to see how easily it would shatter under my soft touch. Needless to say, this new set is much nicer. They're sterile, and I can keep several of them in my bedroom without feeling unsettled by their presence. 2 of the crucibles in my set arrived with small chips in them, but I contacted the manufacturer and they replaced them at no charge. How nice of them. The replacements were express shipped and the process was quick and painless, so great customer service, and they offer replacements up to 1 year. For the price, they can't be beat. 4 out of 5. Owned mine for 2 weeks and it didn't crack. Decent for the price. 5 out of 5. Received mine in the mail this morning and can't wait to try it out. So glad to finally found someone selling crucibles at a reasonable price. A brand name one costs over $200, which is just outrageous. 1 out of 5. Bought this several weeks ago since it was the cheapest crucible on the site, advertised as spirit resistant. I'm working on a filter for my graduate thesis and purchased 100 of these for lab use. My plan was to monitor 100 different animal spirits over with different types of plant matter and compare how different biomaterials affected their vigor after a 90-day period. The first day I set the first 5 with samples of mugroot, feverfew, ginger, ginseng, and golden seal. I placed them in the crucibles over low heat, 80 Celsius, and left them overnight, and over the next 2 days did the same with all the remaining crucibles, finishing on a Friday and leaving the lab alone for the weekend. This is a lengthy review. When I arrived back on Monday, I knew that something was wrong when I noticed a rain cloud hovering over the door. It's not uncommon for rain clouds to appear at any time of year, at any time of day in our part of the country, but it's quite another to find a rain cloud localized entirely within the hallway of your research lab. I braced for the worst, but I guess I should have braced harder. Nothing could have prepared me for the smell when I opened the door. I immediately felt my eyes watering and actually found myself choking. It smelled so bad. I slammed the door shut and went to the basement to grab one of the emergency respirators we keep down there. Unfortunately, the respirator did little to mask the terrible stench inside of the lab. I opened the first crucible and saw that it was filled with a tar-like substance. And as I studied its inky black writhing form, oh god, I felt the air sucked out of me, almost like it was trying to drag me into the abyss with it. I threw it onto the floor, and the container shattered, splattering on the floor with the tar-like substance, which began slowly crawling across the room. I grabbed a fire extinguisher from the wall and sprayed the tar until it was completely covered, and heard what sounded like a sputtering noise followed by a long gasp and a scream that faded into oblivion. After poking at the fire extinguisher spray, whatever was underneath was clearly quenched. I took the remaining crucibles and placed them in the oven and baked them at a temperature of 1600 degrees for several hours as I sat alone in the lab, contemplating the cruelty of existence and wondering what my academic advisor would have to say about my thesis project. After several hours of waiting, I opened the oven and checked the contents of the crucibles, revealing nothing but ash. Whatever it was that had been drawn by the spiritual emissions of my lab work, it was gone from my world, but the memory of that day will haunt me for all the remaining days of my life. I'm so sorry, buddy, that's rough. 1 out of 5. Do not buy this crucible for spirit-related applications. My wife is one of the product designers who worked on this item. The crucibles in this listing come from a manufacturer called Mars Security LLC. Back in 2013, there was some of the best hardware you could get for your money, and earn a reputation among hobbyists as a great value for anyone working on a budget. In 2016, they did a survey found that fewer than 3% of buyers were actually using the crucibles for spirit-related applications, and decided they could cut costs by removing the spirit-resistant properties. That's not good. However, they found that products advertised with updated ad copy to reflect this didn't sell as well, so they continued using the old product description, which advertised it as spirit-resistant, with the new product line, which is not spirit-resistant. I don't know how they're getting away with this. Apparently, the definitions of what is actually spirit-resistant are legally murky, and the number of people affected is small enough that they continue to sell well. Stay far, far away from this one, and warn anyone you know of who might buy an item like this that does not work as advertised. 5 out of 5. Nice color. Oh man. What? I'm guessing the crucibles aren't here, but maybe in the basement. Judgment 1. There's a lot we can explore. Thinking about alchemy the wrong way? Interesting. All these espresso glasses. Alcohol? Oh, it's a bar too. Okay. Well, this is a crazy tree. What should we look at next? Continue? Yeah. Let's look at one more thing. Or look at the rest of them, at least. Judgment 1. If we can unlock them. Maybe not. How about thinking about alchemy the wrong way? Yeah, not enough. Okay, well, let's continue. Man, I'd love to see that. I could use a pick-me-up. I can't promise you'll be there. It's kind of inconsistent. Still though, a hallway that's only there sometimes? How do you get to the kitchen otherwise? There's another, slightly longer one that we use instead. It's much less exciting. But on the upside, it's consistently there. I love telling people about it though. The reaction's always hilarious. I definitely didn't expect to be getting enthusiastic today over a weird quantum hallway. people start getting nervous about magic, they usually start using science to explain it. Or enthusiastic at all, actually, because as soon as I stop to think about it, I realize I'm actually extremely messed up about this. Oh. I understand. Your life has gotten very weird very fast, conceptually speaking. Your life, or lack thereof. Or, your unlife? That's one way to put it. I should be better at talking about this by now, shouldn't I? Geez, that's not a fun one to think about, huh? Just keep talking about the hallway so I can keep my mind off this. To be honest, I'm not sure I could even properly explain a lot of what goes on in here. The building's mildly sentient. Too much magic in the soil for it not to be, really. So the cafe's alive? Not necessarily. Plenty of things have come to life here, but as far as we can tell, the building itself doesn't really fall into that category. Also, it mostly tends to shift itself in ways that are helpful, instead of frustrating, so... Quantum hallways. I'm making myself a cuppa. You want something? Nah, I'm good for now. Also, what's the barista's name? I didn't actually check it and I feel like a jerk. Maddy? She's the owner now. Not just the barista. Still makes coffee, of course. But since she's the owner now, she has a lot more to juggle. Why are you asking? Got your eye on her, eh? No. I have a boyfriend. Had? Oh jeez, this is a lot. I can't imagine how he's feeling. Oh god. Try not to think about it. Okay. Yep. Okay. You want that drink now? I think I want something a little more potent than coffee right now. Sorry. Don't enable him, Kishan. Shush. I can get you something stronger, mate. Would you like bourbon? Or is that too weak? I thought this was a cafe? Well, it is. Mostly. We do serve alcohol, though. And stronger things on request. Stronger? Like what? Ergotol? What is that? Absinthe? Pure ethanol? You think a place like this wouldn't have anything stronger than that? Stronger than pure ethanol? What? Sure. Remind me later, I might pull some out of my special reserve. Don't enable him, Kishan. Hey, someone's gotta drink it. I know you're not gonna touch the stuff aside from setting it on fire. I have perfectly good reasons for wanting to set a puddle of distilled soul on fire. We'll agree to disagree on that one. So, Kishan, what'll it be? Actually, I changed my mind on the coffee. Can I order something complex? Gotta treat myself for my last day on Earth. I'm after a sugar rush. If we have the ingredients, it shouldn't be an issue. Maddy can whip it up for you. Cool. In that case, can I have a large quadruple shot? Double vanilla caramel, no foam, super hot, reverse coconut milk macchiato. Oh my god. With 2 sugars and whipped cream on top. Are you writing this down? Are ya? Maddy? Yes, dearest. Can you, I don't quite know how. Is this real? Oh, is it too much? I was gonna ask for a splash of bourbon in it, but that seemed a little extra. Well, yes, it is too much. It's a bad order, and I hate it. How bad? Worst one you've ever seen? No, I just hate it. Dang. Every single word of that increased my urge to set the espresso machine on fire so I wouldn't have to think about making coffee ever again. She has all the classic symptoms of being a pyromaniac, but she's definitely not a pyromaniac. Except the bourbon bit. I put that in my coffee too. So with all that in mind, I have a counteroffer. Yeah? I'll make you another double shot long black, and I'll put bourbon in it. But I won't call you a hipster this time. If you decline my offer, I will strip your soul from your body and use it to scrub the counters at closing time. They'll smell delicious afterwards, if that's any consolation. Yikes. That does sound like a competitive counteroffer. Not the soul thing. I'll take the coffee. My generosity knows no bounds. She's a great negotiator. Normie. That's better than hipster. So, in conclusion, that order sucked because it's inordinately complex to make. Has a heart attack worth of sugar in it. And is something that only impatient jerks ask for. Is it possible to die twice? Yep. You can die twice if you're brought back from the dead. Or if you manage to really annoy someone between here and the next place. Which is more likely because resurrection is illegal. Resurrection. Reserved for emergencies, and the council has very particular definitions about what constitutes an emergency. But if you're asking whether you can get a heart attack or whatever, the answer is no. Life and death have a slightly different meaning here. Can't die from natural causes. It's a bit complex and weird, and we're still in the process of figuring out how it all works. I'm over 200 years old and I still haven't made proper sense of it yet. Just got some vague ideas. Right. So what's keeping me from just staying here? Like, I'm already dead. Why do I have to go to the next place? You've got a certain number of hours you're allowed to remain on the edge of the mortal realm. Hours are fungible. Fungible? They can be bought, sold, and exchanged, generally speaking. But the Council of Death always collects on debts owed to them. And you'll start running up a debt if you stay here too long. Your soul starts to get itchy too. Itchy. It's not something you want to experience. We've had a few stay past their allotted time, and they've gotten very uncomfortable very fast. It starts with general irritability, and then worse things start to happen. Ashley just collapsed. She still crashed. It's a weird thing to wrap your head around. How long do I have before I need to make myself scarce? You get 24 hours. Any longer and we start to pick up the tab, since you're on our premises. Oh, I see. So the dead rack up debt, but it has to be... It's their debt? And as charming as you are, we've already racked up too much time debt from letting people stick around past their expiry date. And cash-wise, we're extremely poor. We've been a bit too lenient in the past, letting people stay just a little longer instead of gently shooing them to the next plane of existence, etc. You know the drill. But hey, since hours are fungible, you can always acquire them some other way. There's something happening tonight, actually, that you might be interested in. Seriously? You're still doing that? Shush. You know the council doesn't look on that stuff favorably. Ned said so himself. It draws customers and helps us shave down the debt. I'll take whatever I can get. And hey, fuck Ned. We have a 13-year-old here, you know. She's hard enough coarse language for a lifetime. I'm not too worried about her. She's right, though. What? Every time Ned comes around, he makes you guys really stressed out. Maybe not you so much, but Maddy gets nervous and it brings down the mood, man. So, fuck Ned. I think you've had enough coffee today, young lady. I'm crashing so hard right now, you have no idea. It's like I was crashing earlier, but that was just a pre-crash, and I'm having like a double crash or something. All I ask is that you try and keep the swearing to a minimum when the customers are around. Okay. Does Kishan count? It's fine. A couple of my housemates are tradies, so you learn to ignore it pretty quick. Are tradies? Or tradies? They're still tradies unless they change careers in the last couple days. But they're not my roommates anymore. Because... Hey mates, have I mentioned how much being dead sucks? Because it sucks and I feel extremely bad about it. Having a pretty bad time right now in general, to be honest. Yep. Even just adapting your language is a pain, isn't it? Want a proper drink now? Without coffee in it? Yeah. That'd be good. The TV didn't say anything about there being a storm tonight. You never know when a Melbourne storm is going to catch you off guard and steal your rugby ball. Huh. It looks like a decent-sized one's rolling in. Melbourne weather strikes again. I'll go upstairs and close the windows. Cheers. Come on, Ashley. Let's clean up your workbench while we're up there, yeah? Do you need a bribe? Yes. I have some chocolate hidden away. Acceptable. Cute. Oh, it's coming down hard. Wait. Dead people can still get drunk, yeah? Why else do you think we serve alcohol? To make money? Well, yeah. Hang on. Do I even have my wallet? Doubt it. I don't, yeah. How does that work? Why do I have my clothes but not the contents of my pockets? I don't know, dude. Everyone's experience is different. Death doesn't follow many rules. Only universal rule I can think of is that you can't stay. People don't generally come on with without their clothes, fortunately. So, about this drink. I guess you're gonna give me a straight vodka or something? Why is that? You don't like making complex drinks. Dude, no. I don't like making ridiculous caffeine-laced milkshakes for overcompensating soccer dads. I'm happy to mix a cocktail within reason. Oh, okay. What have you got then? Jay's got everything you can think of. And then some. I could go for a mint julep. Hey, what's that outside? What the hell? Outside? Some guy out in the rain? Ah, shit. Maddy? Maddy, what's up? Let's get started on that drink. What the hell was that thing? It looked like a Frankenstein monster. Morning. I? Hello, recently departed. Hey, that hat you're wearing kinda makes you look like... Ned Kelly? I could have sworn you were standing outside literally a second ago. So, how'd he die? Good morning to you too, Ned. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Madeline. Piss off, Ned. That's not even my full name. Isn't it, Maddy? Jay said it was, and he never lies. He never said that. Well, no. But it was worth a try. A try of what? Catching me off balance? Some shit along those lines? Mate, I am so off balance right now that a light breeze would knock me head over arse. Don't push me. Hey, this mint julep is great. Just wanted to contribute that to the conversation. So, you catch the game last night? Yes. I know that Carlton beat Collingwood again. I don't care. Oof. Just making polite conversation. You should try it sometime. Maybe. Not for you, though. You've never come in during daylight hours before. What do you want? Nothing much. I'd like to talk to Che at some point, but it can wait, seeing as he's missing. Planning on sending out a search party? I do. It'd be a shame to lose on an old friend by letting him wander onto some train tracks or something. Yeah, well, shut up. He's upstairs, last I saw. What was the last you saw, Maddy? Tell me. Why are you like this? What was it? Last saw him walking upstairs. So, he could be anywhere then. Probably fled the country to dodge the massive time debt you're racking up. Oh, he must be part of the Time Council. He can't go far. I've got him on a pretty tight leash. And in regards to the debt... It's not your problem. You must not have heard. Not your problem. Che? Your dickhead friend Ned is here. Oi. I'm a distinguished gent, not a dickhead. I'll be down in a sec. Yeah, sure, but you work for the you also work for the Council of Death. So even if you are a distinguished gent, it cancels out. Is the Council of Death like a normal city council? Except for wherever dead people live? Yeah, but the only trash that needs to be collected is right in front of me. This guy? Me? No. You. You're the trash, Ned. The trash is you. It's you. Ned, the trash man from hell. Because councils pick up trash. That's the joke. Oh, cool. He's even got a head shaped like a rubbish bin. It's totally fitting. Fucking get him. I'm not from hell. I don't care. And to be clear, Ned, in case we weren't already, you are the trash. Yeah, I get it. You know how long Jay's gonna be? Dunno. He was busy upstairs with Ashley. Yeah, I had to hide like 5 steak knives from her. I didn't even know we had 5 steak knives. Bit quiet there, mate. How long you been sitting there? Does it matter? Well, your employee's being very rude to me. So if you've heard any of that, I keep trying to tell him. My employee? Yes. We have some catching up to do. I don't follow. Did she quit? Did you fire her for gross incompetence? Huh, far from it. There's been a bit of shakeup in the cafe's management structure since you last visited. Oh no. Don't tell me you gave her the whole thing. Okay, I won't tell you. I tried to tell you before, man. Hey, does anyone else like mint juleps? Because this is great, I'm nearly done, but also my tongue is numb. I'm wondering what the deal is with that. Was there something you wanted to discuss? I need a drink before we go through all that. Sure. The usual? Yes, please. How come he gets a curly straw? So, Che, spin me a tale of how and why you handed down the cafe to this person. Well, every man's got his price. Can my price be a curly straw too? Buddy, I'll give you 2 if it means you'll stop complaining about numb lips. What did you make this with? I couldn't find half the ingredients, so I put a bunch of ergoto and, chili seeds? It's got some of the stuff though, so it's a mint julep in the spirit, if nothing else. Does this have any mint or julep in it? At all? It definitely may be lacking mint, and I cannot confirm nor deny the existence of the mythical julep. What the heck? This ain't what I ordered. You asked for ergoto earlier though, so there you go. Mission complete. Maddy, I am getting very drunk very fast. Ergoto does that to you. Here, I think you should have a little lie down. I'll get you some water. I'm as strong as Nox. I don't need to lie down. Kishan, my dude, you absolutely need to get horizontal as soon as possible. You can sober up in one of the booths up the back. It's nice and quiet over there. I'll fight you. No, you won't. Up you get, mate. Bloody hell. It would have been helpful if you told me about this before. Probably. I'm not worried about it. Maddy knew what she was getting into with this whole cafe situation, and it's natural that it might take a while for her to get the hang of running a business. Bloody hell. Bit of a dog's dinner though, isn't it? Dog's dinner. Huh. Oh, for sure. But it'll get better. Like I said, not worried about it. Well, you might want to hold your judgment on that for the moment. I am unfortunately here on official business. Oh, I shouldn't have given you the straw then. No, you shouldn't have. I look quite silly. Want me to get rid of it? It's just Maddy. She won't use it to derail our conversation or make me look like a fool or anything like that. Straw? No, I'll get you one after you have a nap. You can sip the water like a normal person. I'll put it with the dirty dishes then. What? The sacrifices I make for this job. Hey, you met me through it, so can't have been all bad. That was bloody 100 years ago. Man, really? Longer. Time flies when you're immortal, huh? Quasi-immortal. This old rust bucket's still got an expiry date somewhere down the line. What's this about immortality? Hey, you should buy more plants. Shut up. Sorry, continue. Immortality? Nothing that I trust you with, that's for sure. Aw, you don't want to see crotchety old me being rude to youngsters in 100 years? Truly, I do not. The far future doesn't need amateur necromancers. And who you call an amateur? Your loss. So, you two heading upstairs? Actually, Ned does, in fact, have something fairly important to discuss with you. Oh? It's about the debt you owe. To the council. Yeah, I know. What about it? Oh, jeez. Maddy, it's time. You owe us over 600 hours. Chase signed a contract. The hours were the café. You own the café, so you own the debt. And tonight, I've come to collect. 600 hours? Oh shit. What? Oh, you're kidding. Don't tell me that was just the intro. Okay, so Maddy owes 600 hours to the Council of Death? I mean, that can't be that bad, right? I don't know what they still mean by hours, though. What is it? Is it like community service? Do they gotta pick up trash? I don't know. But we'll find out next time. So, that was a pretty crazy sequence. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more of this. We're still diving into the story here, but I think we'll find out a lot more soon enough. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to take care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye.